I'm going to tell you something that sounds crazy. I think I can make $5,000 before August. And no, my parents aren't rich. I don't have any secrets. I'm just a normal person who finally understood what I was doing wrong for 3 years. Let me tell you about one moment that changed everything. If you've been watching business videos for months, but never actually starting, this might help you. It's 1 a.m. on a Tuesday. I'm sitting in my car outside my apartment. I don't even want to go inside yet. I just finished working 8 hours at my job. They pay me $17 every hour. And I'm looking at Instagram. I see people my age traveling, buying nice things. They look free, you know? And I'm thinking, what am I doing wrong? Because here's the thing, I tried. I'm not lazy. In 2023, I spent 4 months learning how to trade stocks. I lost $800. In 2024, I started a YouTube channel about fitness. I posted 11 videos. Only 200 people watched them, total. Then I tried selling other people's products online for 6 weeks. I made $12. $12. I couldn't even buy lunch. So I'm sitting in my car and I'm asking myself, am I just bad at this? Maybe this isn't for me. But then something happened. I was watching a video from a guy who made $10,000 in 1 month. Usually I watch those videos and feel bad about myself. But this time he said something that made me stop the video. He said, most people fail because they're trying to build a business with a broken brain. And I was like, what does that mean? But then he explained it. And it was like someone turned on the lights in a dark room. He said, most of us train our brains the wrong way. We get the reward before we do the work. We wake up, look at TikTok for 20 minutes. Then we say we're going to work. We play video games for an hour. Then we study. We check Instagram, answer messages, watch YouTube strength, and then, if we still have energy, we do important work. And I realized that's exactly what I was doing for 3 years. I wake up, my feet aren't even on the floor yet. My hand is already reaching for my phone. I scroll for 30 minutes, maybe 1 hour. And when I finally try to work on something, my brain is already tired. It already got the good feeling. So when I sit down to do something hard, like research products or build a website, it feels terrible. My brain says, why are we doing this? We already got the fun stuff. So I tried something. And it felt crazy at the time. But I told myself I'd do it for 1 week. I put my phone in a drawer every night before bed, not on silent, not across the room, in a drawer. When I woke up, I didn't touch it for 2 hours. No excuses. First thing I did was work on the most important task. Maybe research ideas. Maybe learn how to sell online. Whatever moved me forward. First 3 days? Really, really hard. I felt nervous. I felt like I was missing something. I kept wanting to check who sent me messages, what was happening online. But I kept going. Day 4. Something changed. I worked for 90 minutes straight. I was making a list of products to sell. And I didn't even notice the time. When I finally checked my phone, the good feeling was actually better because I worked for it first. By day 7, I did more real work than the entire month before. And that's when I understood I didn't have a motivation problem. I had a brain problem. Now look, I'm not perfect. I still mess up sometimes. But this one change, fixing how my brain works, this is probably the biggest reason I think I can actually make $5,000 this summer instead of just talking about it. Okay, so that was the first thing. But here's the second thing, and this one is harder to talk about. 3 weeks ago, I made a decision that made me feel really lonely. I told my close friends that I needed to disappear for a little while, not forever, just 30 days. 1 month where I wasn't hanging out every weekend, wasn't in every group chat, wasn't free for random plans. And the reactions were different. Some people understood, but some people thought I was being too dramatic. Like, it's not that serious. You can build a business and yet have a social life. And maybe they're right. Maybe some people can do both, but I couldn't. Because every time I tried to build something while also keeping up with everyone's plans, I'd lose my progress. I'd miss 3 days of work because of a weekend trip. I'd lose focus because I was texting in group chats all day. So I isolated myself. And I'm not going to lie, there were nights where I felt like I had nobody, where I questioned if I was making the wrong choice, where I saw everyone else posting about how much fun they were having, and I was alone in my room working on spreadsheets. But here's what's crazy. After about 2 weeks, I started meeting different types of people. I joined an online group of people who were also building businesses. I started having real conversations with people who understood the sacrifice. And those connections felt more real than half my old friendships. Plus, summer is 6 weeks away. I'm not saying don't have fun this summer. I'm saying give me 30 days starting now. By the time everyone else is starting their summer, you'll already have something built. You'll have money coming in. You'll have freedom. All right, so your mindset is fixed. You're isolated and focused. Now what? Now you need something to work on, and this is where I wasted so much time. I kept picking things that sounded cool, but had no real path to money. Trading stocks? Too complicated for beginners. YouTube in a crowded topic? Takes too long to grow. Selling other people's products with no audience? Almost impossible. But online selling, finding real products that solve real problems and selling them online? That actually makes sense. And before you say, isn't everyone doing that? Think about it. More people are buying things online now than ever before. Amazon is still growing. Shopify is still growing. The market is getting bigger, not smaller. Here's simple math that changed how I think. If you can find just 100 people to buy something from you for $80, that's $8,000. Not $5,000, $8,000. And there are billions of people online. You can't find 100 people. The key is picking the right thing to sell. Something people want, but not too many people are selling. I spent the last 2 weeks looking, and I found 3 product ideas that I think could work. I'm not going to tell you what they are because I want to test them first. But the point is, the opportunities are there if you look. Now here's the part where most people fail. And I need you to really hear this. Everything I just told you, most people watching this will not do it. They'll watch this video, feel motivated for maybe an hour, and then tomorrow they'll go back to scrolling, making excuses, waiting for the perfect time. But the perfect time doesn't exist. Summer is 6 weeks away. That's 42 days. If you waste the next 2 weeks thinking about it, you only have 4 weeks left. And 4 weeks isn't enough time to build something from zero. So here's what I need you to do. Right now, before you leave this video, write down one thing you're going to do today, not tomorrow. Today, maybe research 10 products. Maybe watch a tutorial on how to build an online store. Maybe just delete Instagram from your phone for 24 hours to see if you can do it. But do something. Because action creates momentum. And momentum creates results. One more thing. You're probably going to need help. I'm not saying spend thousands on courses. But find someone who knows more than you. Join a group. Get around people who are actually doing this. Because when you hit a problem, and you need someone who can help you instead of giving up. And finally, you need to believe in something bigger than yourself. Whether that's God, the universe, or just believing in your own ability. Because this is hard. There will be days where you want to quit, where nothing seems to work, where you question everything. But if you stay consistent, if you keep showing up, even when it's hard, you will see results. Maybe not in week 1, maybe not even in week 3, but by August, you'll be in a completely different place. So here's my challenge. 30 days, lock in, fix your brain, build something real, and let's see where we are when summer actually starts. I'm recording this whole thing, not because I think I'm special, but because I want to show that regular people can actually do this. So if you want to follow along, see if I actually make $5,000, maybe even build together, subscribe, leave a comment and tell me you're in. Let's make this summer different. Not perfect, just different. Let's go.